date of birth is literally.
Purchase.
I have fun.
I liked it a lot.
Hey, welcome my fellow chillers. This is session 02 of Budapest Syria Chillers, and I came here to Obsy's apartment, pay a visit. By the way, where's your glass? Have a cheers, man. What's up? Cheers. This is Obsy Inyang. Well, I don't think it would be fair for me to introduce her, so I will let her introduce herself. Yeah, let her introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are. You're a chiller, aren't you?
I'm a chiller. Anywho's, my name is Obsy, popularly known as Obsy_P on Instagram. I live in Budapest. I work here. I'm equally a YouTuber. I post content, fashion content on Instagram as well. So I'm into fashion, I'm into fragrance, and just lifestyle, soft life in general. And yeah, that's about it, right?
Yeah.
I'm a doctor as well. Oh, I forgot that part.
She's a huge collector of fragrances.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And she recommended one fragrance to me. One oud perfume. What's the name again?
Oud Touch.
Oud Touch. Yeah, she's a connoisseur. I would say she's a connoisseur of fragrances. And she's also a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she came to Hungary to study, to become a doctor. A general practitioner?
Yeah, general practice. That's what I'm doing now.
And you spent quite an amount of years here in Budapest.
Mm-hmm.
In Hungary?
In Hungary, yeah. So I lived in Debrecen.
Uh-huh.
I studied in Debrecen and then I moved to Budapest to start working. I moved to Budapest in 2020.
2020. From which year did you come to Hungary?
2010. October 2010. October 22nd, 2010.
You're here in this country older than me.
Yeah.
2010. That's a long time. That's how many years? And you speak Hungarian?
I try. I'm working and I have to work and in Hungarian, so I try, but it's hard. Hungarian is a very difficult language. Even the Hungarians know themselves it's difficult, so I try. That is, I know.
That's true, right? Basic. I mean, staying this long in Hungary, how do you feel that you don't speak the language?
I feel very ashamed. Yeah, very ashamed of myself. Because, I mean, the reason why at first I wasn't serious about learning the language, but I just felt like I didn't think I was going to be here after school. So for me, learning the language was just to pass exams, because we're going to be dealing with patients, so we have to learn to speak the language during the practical classes. We literally just learned Hungarian to pass exams. We had to do Hungarian for the first 3 years of our school, and we had to pass it.
Okay.
So when after that, I was like, we have to check on them. We're going to use the book to be asking. Mia Palasa.
Mia what?
Mia Palasa. What's the problem?
Mia Palasa. Mia Palasa.
Mia Palasa. Teshek Mandani. Mia Palasa.
Teshek
Mandani. Tell me what's your problem.
Teshek. Yeah, Teshek.
Please tell me what's your problem. Speak to me.
She even speaks better than me.
So
spending 9 years here. Hey man. So I mean, how's your journey been in Hungary? Or what would you say in a nutshell?
It's interesting. Hungary is home. Because I've literally lived practically almost all my life here. I grew up here. I came here when I was 16, turning 17.
Okay.
So imagine from 17, 18, 19 to like, I'm 28. I'm 28 in a few weeks. And imagine from 16 to 28, how much life I've, I don't consider myself so much of a Nigerian, but I know that the PH blood is still inside of me. It's always there, but whenever I go back home, I still feel different. I feel like I have to fit in. I can't fit in. And if you see me in Nigeria, you know this person doesn't live here. I can give myself away, sell out myself, So I'll say my journey here has been interesting. I've met amazing people. I've learned about myself in different ways, different forms. I've grown so much. Obsy of 2010, 2011, it's not Obsy of 2022 for sure. So I have grown a lot, and I had to make this growth conscious. Like, it was a conscious growth. Every year I have to be a better person for myself. Like, if someone sees me, what difference have I made in my life compared to like last year? What have I learned about myself? It's not easy to learn stuff about yourself. It's really not easy to know what you need to change about yourself, what you know identify the problem that you have and then the good qualities that you have as well. Because if you're around family, family will love you regardless of your faults or your shortcomings. But when you're around friends, around strangers, people that you do not know, you've got to have a way of accommodating people around you, people that you do not know. It's almost sort of like you're walking on eggshells.
Mm-hmm.
So you learn from that. Walking on eggshells, trying not to hurt people, but at the same time you cannot do without hurting people because you're a human being. It's actually very interesting learning about yourself in a different country.
And that's the beautiful thing about life, you never cease learning.
Yeah.
Every day is a new chapter, every second of your life you keep learning. So what are the most interesting things you've learned about your life? Let's say like according to the scale of priorities, what are the most fundamental things you've learned about your life so far?
I have learned about myself. I think the first thing I would say is I'm nothing without God.
Amen. Amen to that. I like that.
I'm absolutely nothing without God. Even if yes, I go astray as a human being, there are some times where I'm just down and I don't read my Bible, I don't pray, and I know that I'm supposed to be doing that. Like it's like there's that voice that tells you, Obsy, you don't read the Bible today, Obsy, you don't pray. Or maybe if I'm going through a struggle, I was like, Obsy, I don't really told God about this. Like you're just going through the stress by myself. It's like say I'm starving and I know my father, my earthly father can help me.
Exactly.
How will my earthly father know if I don't tell him? He did not ask for help, so how is he going to try to help you? Because you ask, are you okay? You say yes, you're fine. So how is he going to tell you? How is he going to help you if you need help, So yeah, and I just know that my life in general, from when I got the visa, because when I was denied twice, three times. I got the visa the third time in another country.
You denied 3 times to come to Hungary?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And then I had to go to Kenya.
Oh, you traveled from Nigeria. You guys have a Hungarian embassy?
So the embassy closed down after my third time. So they denied me. At first, the first time it was supposed to be my mom and my dad to come to Hungary. Then they said they cannot give my parents if they don't give me. So the second time, because I was a minor, it was supposed to be me and my mom. So they denied both of us for other reasons. And then the third time, I think they just closed the embassy. I don't remember exactly, but I know that I've been to the embassy twice or 3 times. That time I went to Kenya and they gave myself and my mom visa effortless. So that also taught me something. Life is not always going to come as easy as you expect it to be. You think it's Hungary, what's in Hungary said? You get, but they're denying us visas for coming here to study. And it's not like you're going to study for free, you're paying school fees. There was so much disappointment, like my mom would be afraid to tell me they don't give us visa or something like that. So
but did they ever give you the reasons? Well, I remember when I was coming into Hungary the first time in 2012, I was always denied the visa in South Africa. But did they ever tell you the reasons? Or sometimes
they told me the reason. They told me the reason was it didn't make sense. It's not something that should be a big deal. First time they said, I don't know, I think they asked for my YF result because I just written YF, but the result wasn't out. The original certificate from YF office was not out, and everybody knew it wasn't out. And I did not get my admission through YF. I wrote Cambridge. So that's what I used to get my admission. And I had my Cambridge results in my document. So if I got my admission via Cambridge exam, why are you asking for YF? Do you understand? And the second time, they said I don't have letter of consent because I'm a minor. My parents give me letter of consent, and apart from letter of consent, it has to be notarized. So you have to go to a SAN to go and get it stamped and put the red seal. We're just running around Abuja trying to make it was terrible, and we didn't even get to see the consular. It was from the the woman that is in front that collects your papers and documents. So it just did not make sense. Whereas when I went to Kenya, my mom had a missing document, and all they told us was, when we get back to Nigeria, we should email it, scan it and email it to them, and that's it. Effortless, no stress, nothing. So yeah, Hungry.
The power of determination.
Exactly. Some people were telling my mom that, are you sure she's meant to go to Hungary? Are you sure it's not a sign that God said, like God doesn't want you to go there? So it can be very tricky sometimes. Like when you have to say, okay, enough is enough, this is a sign from God, and versus keep trying, don't give up.
Exactly.
It's very tricky. So I already knew from then that my life is not going to be easy. Even in medical school, you fail an exam, how to retake it. It's almost like I was used to the life of it doesn't always go right the first time.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And this short story you just told me about the visa process, I think that's also a practical example in life. If it was a different person, that maybe they got rejected the first time, they will give up.
Yeah.
But you see you got rejected the second time, and you see you went the third time. So the first time I got rejected, I was like, because I was asking God to give me this visa, and He didn't give me the first time. I was like, maybe it wasn't my time. And the second time I went to ask for the visa again to come to Hungary, I was fasting and praying, and it was effortless, just like you said, effortless. I went and gave all the required documents they requested of me, and I got the visa. So I think that sometimes it's really very confusing, especially when you come from a Christian family.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, let's move on from that. Let's talk about your good moments here in Hungary, your good times, the good moments. I like those are the kind of stories I like.
Medical school was obviously that was like a major part of my life. Medical school, right? So I had fun. I had fun, man.
What kind of fun?
I had fun. I partied a lot. So partying, I mean, like I wouldn't say partying. I drank a lot. I love my friends. We still talk to today, like my group of friends. We're all in medicine. Most of us were in medicine. So it's like there were people that were higher than me. There were people that were my classmates. So kind of like people that were higher than me would tell us the scopes and how to pass an exam and stuff like that. There are times where we would actually be drinking the night before our exam the next day, or a night before our test the next day, or something. Like we just usually had spontaneous nights where we go out during the week, or if people have classes the next day, we go out during the week to a bar and literally make the bar our own. Because there are obviously not a lot of people there. There are people there, but not a lot. So we'll go there and play Afrobeat and drink and be mad drunk.
So when was the first time in your life that you got drunk?
Jesus. That night we're playing drinking games. I remember it was my BMC, because I did BMC here.
16? Were you 16 then?
I was 17.
17, okay.
I was 17. So we were playing drinking game, concert, and then everybody had to have a bottle of wine to each person. In the veil you drink, and you must finish that wine. So sometimes people would give up and I have to drink, but I didn't know I had so much tolerance, We used to drink all this cheap Hungarian wine there, like La Fiesta and all this. Exactly. We were drinking, or we drink beer, but the beer was this Kobayan something.
I don't know.
Oh my God. Anyhow, we wanted to drink, we'll find something to drink, even if you don't have money. And then that day, I know one guy was already drunk, so I was drinking for him on the fields. And I was like, I can't test myself. I can't drink like this. I was drinking. Gosh, I went home. I dreaded that day because I was gone. I didn't know how. I couldn't even control myself. Like, I was like, nah. I drank a lot. I was drinking with people. So then I knew that okay, that was the very first time. Of course, at that time I was drunk, but that was the very first time I passed your limits. And most of the time I was sitting down, so it's not like we're dancing and we're just playing games. And we would drink till daybreak, till 7 a.m., 8 a.m. This is us. I started drinking from 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. We're not club, just in the house, drink, play games. It was fun.
I like those kind of friends. I swear to God, man. I do that kind of friendships I like. Just sometimes.
Just chill.
Yeah, of course. Why not? Life is sometimes I think that people take life too serious. But I mean, everybody for himself, not for us all. So there are a couple of questions that I really want us to trash out, especially like in this realm of living in Budapest as a society or Hungary. I mean, we Africans living here in Budapest. What will you say about the progress we're making in terms of other cities? Do you think that we're making some kind of progress?
Africans living in Budapest versus Africans living in other cities?
Yeah, maybe Africans living in Paris.
Okay, in other countries.
In other countries, yeah.
Well, a place like Paris is more developed because a lot of things happen in Paris. You have a lot of people coming to Paris too. I mean, people come to Paris to shoot movies, but they have fashion week in Paris. There's a lot of
Budapest fashion week.
yeah, but it's not as big as Paris fashion
Of course
week.
not, yeah.
You know, a lot of celebrities come all the way from the US to Paris. You know, a lot of designers come from Paris.
Which actually makes Budapest a mining zone. So, because these people are not coming here, so it's yet still to be discovered.
Yeah.
Which gives us untapped potential.
Yeah. I think now Budapest is coming up. I believe Budapest is coming up because in as much as there are some people that will see Budapest as nothing is happening here, there are also some people that are looking at Budapest as a lot can happen here.
Exactly.
We're not the only ones.
Yeah.
There are so many people that are seeing Budapest like very on tap. There are so many things that in Budapest that we don't even know because we don't actually research. So it's kind of like maybe we might need somebody to put these places on the map to make people know that there are places like this, there's that. Like it's just that we're not aware of these things. Or we're not. If we're researching the popular place. Where can I do this? Where can I do sip and paint and like a very nice sip and paint venue? I think that now Budapest is coming up. People are being woke, especially as there are more. For instance, a lot of people come to Hungary to study medicine. So there are more people that are staying back to actually work in Hungary as opposed to going to other countries. And even people from other countries are coming back to Budapest to party and have fun and chill. Because at the end of the day, Budapest is cool. It can be boring, but there's life.
Of course, yeah, I think so too.
There's life. It's like I like Budapest because it's Europe and it's quiet. I don't know, I've never lived in the UK or in the US, so I wouldn't really know, but I think I prefer it there. Like I can afford good things on life here in Budapest. So when it would blow, it would be like a flashlight. Because everything right now is better it's better in the sense that it's getting more developed than what it used to be back then. And it's because there are more students coming there, there are more companies coming there.
Mentality is going
but it's just that the nightlife has reduced in everything I know for sure.
There was this new nightclub over there called Downtown Bully. Was it there?
No, Downtown Bully is an entertainment, I don't know, somebody that's organizing it. It's just like a map.
Has it always
He's
been there?
He's been there.
It was a nightclub previously?
It's not a club, it's somebody's business.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe a group of people, I don't know. So Downtown Bully has always been there. I think they used to be the ones that used to organize gumball. You know gumball? So gumball usually used to be around this time, April, May-ish.
What kind of party is that?
It's not a party, it's mad. So we used to go from the train station and stop at every bar till we get to like, obviously they will tell us the landmark of the road, whatever. So we start from the train station and go all the way to where the after party will be, which will be like maybe in front or something. And we'll drink at every bar. So we're like a road walk. We walk home and with our they usually used to sell merch, so we have like the gumbo merch, and at the back of the shirt it has the names of the different pubs.
Is it like a call walking? Like you guys go from bar to bar?
Yeah.
They also have it in Budapest, quite a lot of places.
It was mad. It's mad, and then you have people like right on your this thing. You can cut your shirts in different styles. It was really crazy. I never really used to go every time because I'm not gonna walk all the way from train station to. But then I can meet them halfway, and for your friends or your girls, or we'll just meet and drink and keep going from. Because by that time you'd have been drunk. You want to need to walk from train station to the front to Edgerton Edge to actual school premises area. It's long and you definitely be drunk, but then these bars had discounts because obviously they knew that this is the event that is happening. So that time used to be very fun because it's very different from just going to club and coming back. It's like, and they used to sell the shirts in school. So after school, like everybody just hide, we buy the shirts, go home, like painting their faces, their writing, and then we would sign on each other's shirts. So it's almost like a souvenir.
Okay.
You never know who is gonna leave the next day. Like it's something that you can. I never had a shirt. I never bought a shirt, but it would have been nice if I had maybe one or two of those shirts, and I would see people's signatures, people that random people. I didn't even need to know everyone. So everyone was just ready to sign. Oh, let me sign my name. Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Obsy was here, or this one was here. So it was really cool.
That's cute.
Gumball.
Memories.
I don't know why they don't do it anymore. I never heard. I don't know.
Those are very nice initiatives. And the beautiful thing about this country of Budapest is that we all that were living in Budapest, somehow we know each other.
Yeah.
You know someone that knows me, someone that you
heard of this person. That's to tell you how small Hungary is.
And that's why I'm saying we have a more upper advantage than people from the bigger cities like London.
Yeah.
It's difficult to know everyone there, but I promise you, even if I don't know someone in this country, like and personally,
you must have seen their face.
I must have heard his name from somewhere.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of stories, Budapest is, I mean, we are just living here and we are many in terms of Africans living in Budapest. There are a lot of us. I've always been thinking that it'd be nice probably to see people like like all of you guys, influencers, you have your own, you're doing your own fragrance and all that to probably.
I mean, one day we'll get there.
Definitely.
We'll definitely get there.
High five to that. I like
definitely get there. I'd like to have a talk show with like fellow influencers.
Like Hungarians, it doesn't matter, like people
It doesn't
everywhere.
matter as long as you can have the conversation.
I mean, you guys heard it. She says you want to have a talk show with influencers.
Yeah, everybody has their own platform, so like at the end of the day.
Oh, very nice. And like, what kind of topics?
Social issues, things that real life issues, that people don't want to talk about. Sex.
Okay.
Life.
No, you're getting me going now. Okay. I like such topics. For some reasons, I like such topics.
Oh my god. Okay.
So when you talk about that, like sex, like what has been your experience in terms of sex?
What has been my experience?
Yeah, I mean, what was you mentioned sex? Why?
Yeah, I said sex because we need to educate the public.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't know how these things go, or some people have problems, but they don't want to.
Sexual problems.
Yeah. Some people don't know how to express themselves with their partner, and I know I've struggled with that, and it came from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And sex is made for you to enjoy. Right. So I feel like there are a lot of women that don't get pleasure or satisfaction from sex, and they don't know how to express themselves. They just carry on with it. But why should I waste myself or waste my time with somebody that cannot give me pleasure?
Okay. But is pleasure one-sided?
It's not one-sided, because the thing is with men it's different. Men always enjoy it.
But I mean, it depends on I don't think that all men can be put in one side. I don't think
not all men, of
like
course.
Women.
Not all men, but I feel that especially when it comes to penetration, men will always enjoy it.
I could say the same. The women also enjoy it.
Women don't always enjoy penetration.
But I mean,
women don't always
all
orgasm.
women.
I was talking about sex. Women don't always orgasm from penetration. You know that, right? A lot of women don't orgasm from penetration. A lot of women don't even orgasm at all.
Okay.
Not because they can't, but
it depends. Some women can have orgasm not just from penetration, from oral sex.
Of course, but like who does it well? It's based on who does it well, and a lot of men don't know how to do it well.
It's just like some guys. I know some guys that can penetrate a woman and they will not come because they're not feeling it.
Of course, and that's what I'm saying. But then the woman will complain. So that's what I'm talking about. It's not so much about the acrobatics there. It's just more like a woman needs to be free to express herself. But then when a woman expresses herself, some of them get judged. And this is something that a lot of women try to avoid. We need to be able to take that power back to tell, because without us, there's no sex. Without a woman, there's no sex. How do you
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it takes two to tango, right?
Yeah, definitely. But I'm just saying, like, men know how to express themselves more than women.
You think so? Well, I've come across a lot of men that do not know how to express themselves. I had a friend. I'm not going to speak his name. I'm going to withhold his name. And he was living in Budapest, and he was suicidal. He moved back to his country, and he was a guy, very lovely guy, very cute guy, handsome. But he had a form of expressing himself to women. He came here as a virgin. He struggled, and he thought that maybe girls don't like him. So he was even suicidal. He even tried to commit suicide. And when I spoke to him, I what's your problem? Why are you so depressed? Why do you feel like you want to commit suicide? He said, it was his first time to be in a country like this, a metropolitan country. He came from Saudi Arabia, you know, coming to Budapest was like mind blowing. So he saw all these girls, all these beautiful girls here, and he could not control himself, and he did not know how to approach girls. He was very, very shy in his feelings. He would see a beautiful girl, and he would not know how to approach the girl. You know, he had problems, he had issues. So there are also some guys in society that don't know how to approach girls. A lot of guys.
There are people like that, but I feel like in statistics, I don't have the exact figures, but there are more men that express themselves sexually than women. Statistically, at least 1 in 3 women tell you, I don't know, make the move.
Okay, you mean when you say sexually, like you mean making the first approach, like approaching a woman?
Not approaching a woman, but like even during sex, how expressing yourself. A lot of women fake orgasm.
Okay, I know.
Exactly.
But
so why do I have to fake when I can just tell you what to do?
But I think that the reason why a woman can fake orgasm is because it doesn't show actually. For a guy, if a guy cannot fake orgasm because you can see that you can.
Who says it doesn't show? It doesn't show when a woman orgasms.
No, I mean when a guy comes, when a guy has like is it an orgasm?
Yeah.
He ejaculates, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when a woman has an orgasm, there's no way I can see. She can say but you cannot see. You cannot see as.
I'm sure if you know your woman. That's the thing, Sha, but it's different. Like it's different if you are just. But if you're having sex with the same person, if you know your woman, you know where she actually orgasms. Because there's a difference.
Of course, yeah,
There's a difference, and you. Well, I cannot tell you how you would feel, but I feel like you would feel it. There's a difference. But when a woman is faking it, sometimes you have to just fake it to make the guy more excited, you know. But I'm just saying, like, we also want to enjoy it. Yeah, like a woman needs to enjoy it, and to get, it's not so much about the sex. For me, it's just more about the confidence in owning your femininity, in owning your sexuality. Like, this is what I like.
But the problem is that all these things you're saying are totally valid. But the problem is that you need to find a person that can actually be open-minded to have this conversation with you. I think that nowadays everything is about communication. It boils down to communication, and it boils down to the person's mindset. If you find somebody and you speak like this, that this is what I want, this is what I think. Well, I think a relationship is satisfying each other's needs. You have to satisfy the guy's needs, the guy has to satisfy
but that's what I'm
needs.
saying. Like, that's what I'm saying, that a lot of women fear to speak like that because of the fear of being judged. Well, from where I come from, at least, because you know, sex is like a taboo. Let me speak for Nigeria. You can't really talk about sex as much
Because of the culture.
Because of the culture, you know, and religion as well. You know who you are, you just love who you are. This is what makes you confident, you know. Like you said, it takes two to tango. But then if you're in a relationship and like you love the person, women tend to love more. Women are soft, you know, once they commit their emotions. So it's easier for a woman to just overlook a lot of things.
I think that in a relationship there is more to it than sex. Sex is not the most important thing in a relationship.
That's why I said it's not just sex.
If a relationship is built on sex from the ghost, from the get go, I mean, I think it's gonna go down a different road. So that I think communication, you know, and understanding, being selfless, being not egoistic, thinking about the other person, always putting the other person in your own shoes. You know, there are a lot of different features. I think at the end of the day, it's a subjective factor what you are looking for, because what you might be looking for is not necessarily what the other person is looking for. So the world is too big. There are a lot of people in the world that it's impossible not to find the right person, you know, unless you do not want to find the right person. But I also think that in life, people should not be searching. You should not go out there and be searching for a lover or trying to find. You don't chase relationship. Sometimes it just finds its way to you. Don't you think so? Do you think are you chasing the relationship right now?
I'm not. I'm available.
you guys searching. She's available, man. For all the guys, man. Sometimes I've been asking me about Obsy. She has said it herself. She's available.
I'm chase. I'm available.
So all the single guys out there, all the single guys out there, all the bachelors that are looking for a beautiful Nigerian girl, yeah, very well educated. This is someone I'm presenting to you guys.
Wow.
I want to talk about your fragrance. Do you mind popping, showing us some? Do you mind bringing your fragrance?
I'm just gonna have a few. Then yeah.
She has a very huge collection of fragrances. This girl. I love women that smell nice.
And vice versa. I love a guy that smells good. See, let me tell you guys. I always say this thing. The first thing that makes me attracted to a man is how you smell. I'm sorry if you do not smell good. And I know some people might not have fragrance on, but they don't have a smell. I don't like that you do not have a smell. It bothers me that you don't have a smell. Like I need to smell something on you. When I hug you, like I'm sniffing. Always.
You know, to be honest with you, with this thing about smelling, I think that some people struggle a lot, especially when it comes to deodorant. I remember when I came here and you go to the club, there was this 24 hours deodorant, there's 48 hours, there's 72 hours. And you also have to check your body type. It's not every perfume that is good for your body. I don't know. I'm not very educated on this topic. I think you're more educated. How do you find the right perfume that suits your body? How do you know that this is what? Because people's body type are different. What can be nice on you? Maybe I try it, or maybe let's say what can be nice on a guy. I try it on my body, and
I'm not sure it's about whether it's nice on you. I think it's about, do you feel comfortable wearing this? So, for instance, now like this one is more snowball. Right? So obviously it smells nice, but you have to imagine it. Do you feel, is this something that you like to smell like? I don't like sweet fragrances. I like something that is a bit strong, even if it wants to be sweet, but like mix it with something woody, leather, or something strong. Because for me, I have a bold personality. Like the way I carry myself in a very confident form. So I'm not gonna smell girly. I'm gonna smell bossy, and I know it complements my personality. I know that the way I dress and the way I carry myself outside has to tie with my fragrance. If I wear something very skimpy and very tight, I'll probably want to smell like this.
I like this. This is a nice one.
This is Jean-Paul Gaultier Label. It's really, really good.
Jean-Pierre Gaultier. This is a nice one.
So for me, if I'm going to recommend a fragrance for someone, I usually think of how they dress, how they carry themselves, Because for me, fragrance is personal. I can recommend a fragrance to you, I can recommend the same fragrance to somebody else, and it will not smell good on that person. Not because it doesn't smell good, it's the same smell. But people say body chemistry and stuff, but sometimes I don't believe in body chemistry.
But what about people using a very good fragrance that it smells? They make it.
Okay, so when
they're in a club dancing and it's smelling.
When a fragrance smells on you and smells bad, then it means you don't have good personal hygiene.
But what if the person is taking a shower? They take a shower very well. I have friends that take a shower very well.
You do not.
They clean well. They shave their armpit. They are clean.
And they they smell.
They're using deodorant, but maybe it doesn't work for them.
So let me tell you, there's a difference between deodorant and antiperspirant. So deodorant is just deodorant. It might have a nice smell. But antiperspirant, first you have to know yourself. Do you sweat a lot? When you're hot, closed armpits, so any area of your body that is closed, tends to smell. You need to be very conscious of yourself. Use antiperspirant. Antiperspirant helps reduce the amount of sweat that you produce in your armpits.
Like, can you give us examples of what names antiperspirant?
There are different. There's Dove, there's Nivea, there's
does it matter 74 hours, 48 hours?
Honestly, I don't even know if those things work because I've used 48 hours and like I still feel sweaty.
Well, I used 72 hours. Before I was using 48 hours, it was not working on me. And then I changed. When I went to Germany, I met my brother. Asked my brother, hey man, he's using Rexona. I said, damn, I tried it on my body and it was fantastic. I used to use deodorant and I used perfume. Because I know my body. I sweat a lot. Even right now, you can see I'm sweating. And 24 hours didn't work for me. But it penetrated past my perfume.
I cannot tell you which one is the best when it 48 or 72, because some people 48 is okay, some people 72 is okay. So you have to experiment with those ones. I used to use Nivea before, but right now I react to Nivea.
Okay.
So I've used Nivea and I got like burns and bumps in my armpit. And very painful. I always tell people layer your fragrances. It's not just use antiperspirant and then spray perfume. For me, I use a good shower gel that has a nice fragrance. If I'm going out but if I'm going out at night, I use a body scrub as well. My skin is soft. So I use a body scrub and then I use a good shower gel. When I come out of the shower, I use a nice body cream that has some nice fragrance as well. Body Shop has really good ones. I always use Body Shop. Then I use a body mist. Very inexpensive, 4K, 3K, you get a good body mist. I layer it pulse point before I use my fragrance. So even if you don't smell the fragrance, you will still, if you come close to me, you're still gonna smell either the body cream or the body mist or something. You shall not smell something bad on you. Because I've layered.
I've never smelled anything bad on you.
Because I've layered it. Sometimes you can use the same shower gel. Let's say this fragrance has a shower gel. So you can use the same shower gel, the same body cream, the same body mist, sometimes the same hairspray, if you have hairspray, and then you layer with this. Trust me, how are you going to smell?
Yeah, that's a lot of put up on your body, man.
Me and you don't have the job.
That's a lot of chemical.
It's not so much chemicals, it's cream. You need to cream yourself regardless, no?
Yeah, but I mean, this all these perfumes, I know that a lady has to smell nice.
And so does a guy.
No, but not compared to women smell
I love a guy that has good hygiene. Like, I feel like a lot of guys don't put in the effort. That's my problem. A lot of guys just feel just about going to shower and do it. I love guys that are conscious of themselves. I'm not saying be vain, but be conscious of yourself. Take care of your skin. So men, it's not okay to just shower and use and go out and brush your hair. No, do a lot more.
She said they have to do a lot more, man.
Do a lot more.
She's putting us in a very hard position.
Yeah, do a lot more.
Because sometimes it's not easy to do all these routines like women. You know, of course, men have to take care of themselves. And I think that most men, they do take care of themselves. Maybe you should start a channel on giving men skincare routine.
Men? Am I in bad?
No, but I mean, why not? Why must you? Do you think you must be? There are a lot of men out there. They are giving women lectures. So why not? When
I mean, I feel like there are a lot of men that are on YouTube that are giving men lectures. So you should actually check out these men on YouTube. I can't go and start experimenting with products that men need to use. Do you get? That's what I'm saying. Like, it would be easier if I use it on a man and I say, okay, let's see how to do this.
So what are your three best perfume recommendations
for men? For women. Really. I don't want people ask me, do I have the right fragrance? I always say no. Because
like if your house was burning down and you had to choose only three of your fragrances.
I'll choose Nishane Fan Your Flames. Nishane Fan Your Flames. I'll choose Mimo Sintra. I can't mention three men.
No, I said three only.
Three only.
Three only. If your house was burning down, you have to choose only three.
Okay, so I'll choose Nishane Fan Your Flames. I'll choose Mimo Sintra, and I'll choose Boucheron Vanille de Zanzibar.
Which one?
Boucheron, that's what it's called. Vanille de Zanzibar.
Wow.
Very nice, sexy fragrance. Vanilla. Sintra Mimo is a very spicy, sweet, sexy fragrance. So like, it's a fragrance that's very prominent. These three fragrances are very potent and long lasting. So that's why I chose these three. Fan Your Flames is obviously unisex. Fan Your Flames is just an amazing fragrance. It's not sweet, it's a bossy fragrance. It's very different, it's very unique. So I'd like that for maybe business meetings or nice cocktails, not cocktails per se, but like official events. Central Mimo Paris would be for like night out or party or whatever. Boucheron would be for date night.
Date night?
Yeah.
So all these three perfumes, what are the price range? Okay. So
Fan Your Flames is about, I got that for about 70k. Sintra Mimo Pirate was 73,000 forints from the early, and Boucheron was, I got that on sale, so that was like, I think 40 something K.
47K. So that's
Like 40K or 39K. It was on sales though.
to smell good is expensive.
Well, not necessarily. But if you want like the quality ones that would last long, yeah, it's quite expensive. But that's why we have dupes of fragrances. Zara is coming out with some nice fragrances as well.
You're giving us the top 3 fragrances of your choice. In terms of Zara, like an affordable perfume.
Okay, from Zara.
Zara,
Yeah. I would say Leather Jardine. That's one. Leather Jardine. I would say Rose Gourmand from Zara. And the last one I would say would be True Leather.
Do you have it here? You have True Leather? Can we see?
True Leather. Rose
Here we
Gourmand.
go. True Leather.
Rose
From Zara.
Gourmand.
I mean, Zara makes, they do make nice perfume fragrances as well,
Have
right?
you smelled it?
No, the bottle is heavy. Right? It's not nice as this one.
Obviously, this is the woman's fragrance now.
But this one and this one, they're not the same. The one that you
This is leather. Doesn't it smell like leather too?
a little bit. Yeah.
This is Leather Jardine.
This is Zara.
Yeah.
Wow.
Zara has, see guys, don't sleep on Zara.
Zara, they make it of bottle.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It looks very expensive.
Yeah.
Right? But it's like a partnership with Jo Malone.
This one smells nice. And it's like how much?
7K.
Jesus.
6,995.
And you think of making your own perfume from people?
Yes,
You have
definitely.
your whole house is full of perfume.
Yeah.
The whole apartment, everywhere, there.
I'm definitely gonna have my own fragrance line for sure.
I've never come across a human being that loves perfume so much in my entire life, you know.
It didn't just start now. Right from childhood. I didn't have money to buy the expensive ones, so I just used to buy all these either body mist or the cheap ones you just see in supermarkets and just take to school. But I always had a lot of fragrances. I love fragrances.
In terms of making a business, like making your own line, or
I don't think it's time for me to make my own line yet because I'm still trying to put myself on the market as a fragrance person. I'm still trying to get into the fragrance industry. So I don't think it's time that I have my own line. And I'm still trying to build a platform and followers and subscribers, you know.
Yeah.
But I think for now, I want to retail fragrances. I want to retail already known fragrances and give people the chance to try these fragrances out by having a subscription-based company where you can actually try these fragrances out for a very little price.
If there's any of our chillers out there, that would like to contact you in terms of recommendation, how can they contact you? Do you mind like sharing your information with them?
Okay, so my Instagram is at Obsy_P. So you can send me a DM or just send me an email, inyang@gmail.com. Everything will be on the screen.
Okay. There you guys got the information. So if you guys want a recommendation, a fragrance recommendation, you got your person in Budapest. I mean, she has a very good taste. She recommended one fragrance to me, and I've been using it for like the past 2 months. I've been getting a lot of feedback wherever I go to. What is your daily motivation? What makes you wake up every morning? I mean, we're living in Budapest. A lot of people are hustling. A lot of people are working. A lot of people are not satisfied with their lives. You know, things are tough sometimes. What is your daily motivation that keeps you going? What is your mantra that gets you going every day?
To be honest, every time I tell myself, don't give up. No matter how long it takes. See, I have days where I'm very discouraged. I'm not motivated to do anything, but I just tell myself to not give up because the moment you give up, imagine where you will be in a year's time, in a month's time, in a week's time. So if you give up now, you know there's a picture that was circulating one time where the guy's digging, or 2 guys or I think 1 guy or something digging the ground for maybe diamond or something.
Yeah.
And he stops just right when the next dig was gonna hit the diamond, And he turned back and I'm like, shit. If only we know when our big breakthrough is coming, we'd never give up. But then we'd be very relaxed, you know? So I always tell myself, don't give up, don't give up. Like where I am now, it's not where I was 5 years ago. That's one thing that keeps me going. You know, what motivates me every morning is there's a certain lifestyle I want to live. It's not just about my lifestyle. Like I want to be able to help people around me. I want to be able to help my dad. I want to make his life even better than what he has now. Even my friends, if someone tells me, oh, see, I want this fragrance, I want it, don't bother, I'll send it to you. Like, I want that flexibility. I don't want to say, soon. I don't like that word soon because it's like empty promise. Very soon can be 20 years. The person can even die before the soon will come. So that is what pushes me every day. Like I want to live a certain lifestyle where, and it's not, like I said again, it's not about the money, it's about the impact I have on people. I want people to remember me as that person that, if I have this problem, I just tell Obsy. See, Obsy doesn't waste time. And I feel bad when I cannot help people. So working in your purpose, medicine, you're there, fragrance, you're there, this one, just keep going. We don't know when it's gonna, I don't know when I'm going to blow, but soon. Soon. But yeah, like that's just what makes me going.
I'm into that. Yeah. Do you usually do you send money home to people? Nothing?
I have, but I said I will not do that again.
Why?
Because it's people that are trying to take advantage. Those kind of people, I'd rather give it to you without you asking me. Because a lot of them
they say ask and you shall receive.
I've grown up with people taking advantage of me a lot of times. For instance, you've not spoken to me, yes, you don't know if I'm alive. And the thing is, when you come to ask me, you feel like I'm in a place that I'm privileged. But I'm just trying to figure it out like you are. I'm very particular about people that care about me. Because those people that send money, up to now, they're not texting me.
The problem is that not all of them. Sometimes they do not say thank you, or I've received the money, or I appreciate the fact that you're helping me, thank you very much. This means a lot of people. But sometimes I think there's always a problem because it never stops.
Never.
Yeah, it never stops.
So they'll keep asking.
Sometimes I even try to check if there's a way I can help you.
And people want fast money. They don't want you to help them in that manner.
But giving someone money, and the amount of money that you give them, give people enough of it, it's not that much.
People rather, this person's abroad, get money. They just send me money. Instead of you investing in their business to, encourage them to work and then increase maybe their income or whatever. Nah, guy, I need this 100K right now. This 100K will sort out my issues.
When somebody comes to me and says, this is the plan I have, this is what I've raised personally, and I just need this amount. So now you're seeing that person is going somewhere. Maybe if you have the money, you give the person, you're assisting that person to execute that business. It's better than when somebody is coming and saying, things are tough for me. Things are tough for everybody.
Exactly.
Things are tough for everybody. Even us, sitting here, it's not like nobody is like a billionaire, we're not Elon Musk.
Exactly.
We still have.
I totally agree with that. But there are no people in Nigeria. Just feel like once you're abroad, life is easy.
There was this girl, I'm not going to say her name, I went on her status, she said, there is so much opportunity in life, they say there's so much opportunity, there's so many ways of making money, and she doesn't understand why some people are always complaining that they don't have. But there's so many opportunities, there are so many things that you can do, there are so many things that you can use your hands to do, use your brain to do, and you can make money.
You have to acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses in order to be successful.
But I also asked you this question in terms of success in what? You said success depends. It depends in success in whatever you do, right?
That is still valid, but you want to be comfortable enough to afford basic things. You need money to pay your bills, to afford an apartment, to afford, internet, to afford electricity. You can beat your chest and say, I work hard for my money to be where I am today. You are successful.
If somebody doesn't have money and somebody is very successful in being disciplined, is that person successful or not? The person is very disciplined. They have a very disciplined life, a very disciplined style of life, but they don't have money.
Do they have a house to sleep?
Yeah, they're sleeping in their mother's house.
Can they afford 3 square meals or 2 square meals?
Yeah, the parents are providing this.
You're not successful.
But the person is very disciplined. The person
Discipline is a recipe for success.
Okay.
So you use your discipline to go out there and make money. Discipline is waking up in the morning and do what you have to do.
So success boils down to money. Is what you're saying?
No. I'm saying that at the end of the day, money controls the world better than your not.
Yeah.
And with money, you can buy your house. With money, you can afford things that will make you successful. It's not about how much you have in your account.
Mm-hmm.
It's about your level of comfortability. What level do you want to get to? Success is a journey. You always want more. With money, you always want, even you think Otedala doesn't want more money, or you think Dangote doesn't want more money. Why are they still doing their business then?
Of course.
You always want more. So I'm just saying, for me, success is a journey. There are different milestones I put in my life. At a point, I wanted to graduate from medical school, and I graduated. I'm successful. So if somebody is disciplined, then use that discipline to make yourself comfortable.
Just like you said, it's a journey. Maybe that person's journey is that he wants to be disciplined, and now that person has mastered discipline. I mean, discipline is very important to be successful as well. Discipline is, for example, saying that you wake up at 6 o'clock, you have to do this, and you do this consistently.
How hungry are you for success?
And it also boils down to your hunger. Some people are not. Yeah. Some people say, I want to be
successful. That's what I'm
staying
under your parents' roof to make you be comfortable. Not every time, though.
It depends.
There are some people that are just uncomfortable being there. But I'm saying that there are a lot of people that are comfortable just being there.
I know a guy that was married. He got married, and after, when they got married, they went and stayed in the mother's house for a year. And the guy is a millionaire now. He's rich.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that staying in your house
and he's the same.
Have a plan, making a plan. It's fine. You have a plan. I'm just saying that there's some people that can stay under their parents' roof and you keep procrastinating because you feel a bit comfortable that, and your parents don't chase you out of the house. If I go and stay under my father's roof, he's not going to chase me out of his house.
If I'm going to stay in someone's house, I can never be comfortable. On the contrary, I will be so uncomfortable because that's not my house. It's not person's house.
It's not. But this is the thing.
Even though it's for free.
It's my dad.
Okay, that's different.
That's what I'm saying. It's your family.
Yeah,
family is different. I'm saying if I was staying under my dad's roof, I can try different businesses and I know that my father will not chase me out of the house.
But you cannot live the way you were living here in your father's house. So he also put you in a disposition.
So I've tasted freedom. Obviously, that's why I cannot live in my father's house now because I've tasted freedom, and that's why I would work hard to maintain the freedom I have. But I'm saying, imagine if I did not school outside and I was still in my father's house. If I was in Nigeria, I'm sure by now I would probably still be living under my father's roof if I was working in PH, for instance. And he would not chase me out of the house.
Of course not.
Do you get? And I can try different business. Maybe I'll try this business, I'll fail at it. I'll try that business, I'll fail at it. You don't want to chase me out of the house. Obviously, there's some parents that want to train their kids and they'll ask them, okay, you have to contribute to the bills of this house if you're going to live under my roof.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that, then I know that, okay, yes, you're on the right path. But I know that a lot of parents might not really ask for that from their kids. So you tend to be a bit comfortable. Not saying comfortable that you're not tired of living there, but like comfortable in the sense that that's you cannot be hungry because there will be food in the kitchen. That's you cannot be homeless because there's houses where you can see your room is still there. Do you get? So it makes you a bit relaxed. You don't just relax a bit. Life is too short for the stress.
This Afro business, what they say?
Overthinking, no, they solve problems.
These are life problems that will never.
Real life issues.
Real life issues. Thank you very much.
Real life issues.
Real life issues. That's why we have so many different things that takes our minds away. Sometimes we have to drift. Music. Life.
That's why you always have to find something fun for yourself.
Exactly.
Like you need to have fun. I'm telling you, like don't take life too seriously because you die and leave everything here. I'm telling you.
There's this book I read the other day. It says that the less expectations we put on people and things, the less disappointed we get.
Yeah.
In terms of everything and every people, even our parents. Because one day they're not gonna be there anymore, and you need to come to terms with that.
Yeah.
Move on. Hey guys. I want to give a very big thanks to all of you that have been watching, to all the chillers in Budapest, all the Syria chillers in Budapest. For those of you that like to have a good time, to chill and relax, it's been very great. And I want to thank more especially Miss Obsy Inyang for inviting me to her beautiful apartment, for giving me this chance, this opportunity to have this conversation with her.
Tete-a-tete.
She's a very lovely person. I mean, some of you guys, you know her. Is there anything you want to say to the people out there?
I mean, hit me up on social media. Follow me on Instagram. I've already seen them. I'm Obsy_P. I'm on YouTube as well. Obsy Inyang on YouTube. I have fashion videos. I have fragrance videos, and I have vlogs. Sometimes I vlog my life. It's not that interesting, don't worry. Well, yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel.
There we go. And for all of you guys that are out there that are following up with me, some of you guys have DM'd me. I'm gonna come to your house. We'll sit down and have a conversation. Let's talk about whatever. I mean, there are different topics that I would like to trash out.
It's gonna be a house tour.
It's gonna be a house tour, yes, for all the guys that are living in Hungary. Thank you guys. It's been nice. We out.